Hello there, nice slice here, coming at you from the Great White North in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Today's Tuesday, going to be doing a 2 for Tuesday video, which was an open tag started by our good friend Tom at Knife Delights. That's his logo there. If you don't know Tom, please go check out his channel. He always provides excellent knife knowledge. So what we have on the table are a couple of older buck 110's, and these tang stamps on these two have buck, the model number, and USA. So that tang stamp in particular was done between 1972 and 1986. And yeah, as you can see, this one has 2 dots, one on each side of the 110, which indicates that this one was manufactured between 74 and 1980, I believe. And this one I picked up at a pawn shop a few months ago. They were asking 40 US dollars for that one, and I talked them down and got that for $30. I was pretty happy. This thing is in mint condition. Well, not super mint, but fantastic shape for its age. This was not used hardly at all. A couple of dings, but it is incredibly good shape. Lots of meat left on that blade. It was fairly dull when I got it. I've run it over the stones, but you can see somebody's used a belt sander or belt grinder or something to sharpen that, but you can see the edge I put on it with my stones there, shining through, looking good, and it is sharp. I believe the steel for this one is either 440C, or then maybe with the 2 dots, maybe an indication that they've gone to the 425M for this blade, which is a steel buck used for a short period. And here's the sheath on that one. Original sheath. Pretty decent shape. You can see the way they did their sheaths then is more of a pouch style, right? I'll show you the difference. I did bring a more modern buck, my guide series. But you can see the difference. This one just cuts off straight across. And that, see the difference. This one hugs the knife and goes up past it. Slight difference, but still. And the buck on the snap goes all the way around on this one, and this one is just buck right across the whole snap. Anyhow, and we'll just quickly compare to modern 110. Everything is rounded and smooth, as you can see. Very smooth and round. And this one, very square. Very sharp edges on this one. So, I picked this one up last weekend at a pawn shop. I did do a quick short video on this one. And when I first got it, it was dirty, dirty, dirty. There was green tarnish all over. I took some Brasso to it. This is where the worst of the tarnish was. I couldn't quite get that. I didn't spend a whole heck of a lot of time on it, but I did clean it up quite a bit. There was tons of paint and stuff on these wood handles. See, some of it is still embedded in there. I used some mineral oil, clean that up. It's looking much better. The snap, not the greatest on this one. But this knife, there you can see. The buck, the 110 with the USA and no dots, which means this knife was manufactured from 1972 to 1974. So for that tang stamp, this is one of the first versions. And I myself didn't even really notice until later. These 2 pins. You see this one has 3. They have the rivet head. These pins are flat. Not proud from the handle scale at all, not like the rivet heads. So that is something I just noticed myself the other day when I was cleaning it up. Oh, hey, that's pretty cool. So what they're, see inside the scales and the brass was quite dirty. And again, this one wasn't very sharp, but I started putting that one on my stone. You can see it has a bit of a nick in the blade there. I mean, slowly, it was bigger. I've been trying to work it out. My stones is nice and sharp now. I haven't done much to clean up the blade. Just a little oil. So I thought that was pretty cool. And when I got there, the price tag on this one was $20 at the pawn shop. And I used my immense haggling skills. And we went back and forth. And I paid $20 for that knife. So that was a fair price. I couldn't argue too much with that. I tried, but he knew what he had. And I was willing to give him a $20 bill for that. But it didn't have a buck sheath. It has a G96 sheath. And I'm okay with that too. I'll find a buck sheath for it one day. Hopefully proper one. It'll look something like that. So this knife, I'm going to send in to Buck for spa treatment. And maybe it does have just the slightest side-to-side blade play there. This one, none at all. You can hear the snap on this one. This one is in excellent condition. So hopefully when this comes back from spa treatment, there's a little less meat on this blade than on this one. I'd say this one is like 98% all there. This one maybe 95, maybe 93.5. So anyhow, 2 for Tuesday. A couple of old Buck 110's. There you have it.